to a new episode. Now this episode, we're going to Raptor in the boot. So I'm just going to prep it. I'll let you watch me prep it, but the lighting is not right good. I don't have that much lighting. That's all I have. So I have a torch that's that big. So I can go like that. So I'm gonna prep it and Raptor it inside, and I'm doing it just for strength, for taking the tank in. I've already showed you a picture, but what I'll do, I'll put it up in the right hand side of the picture, and you can see it's got a cover on it, so you're never going to see any of it anyway unless you take it out. But I'm going to do it anyway, and it'll be okay. So also I'm going to Raptor the back of the bonnet, the inside of it, which is underneath, but I've got it this way so that I'm gonna mask it up, and I'm just going to come off this line all the way around. So we're going to Raptor inside. We're just coming to this lip, so I'm just going to mask it off there because I've got to seal all that. So we're just doing the inside of it. I was going to put some sound deadening on it, but I'm not going to do that because I think it'll spoil the inside, because it's brand new bonnet. I'm just doing it for the sound deadening, and also then I don't have to paint as much with base and clear, and you know, it's going to be a very hard wearing. If I spill anything on the back of the bonnet, which is probably going to be, I'm not really going to do that, but you never know. So I'll probably paint that whip into and just stone chip it down like that, take it up, stone chip it, British Racing green. I'm going to do the engine bay. Now I was going to do it shiny, but if you look in the top right hand corner of your screen somewhere about now, you'll see that the engine bay is absolutely jam-packed and you are not going to see anything. You may be able to just see the edges, but I'm going to Raptor it anyway. I'm going to Raptor the hole inside the engine. You know, the paint were badly damaged on here for spillages, things like that. Raptor shouldn't have any of that issues. So I'm just going to Raptor it all, and it's done. But it's going to be British Racing green, obviously. So when you lift that up, British Racing green, you'll not be able to see any of it. I've got like a cushion that goes over there. You'll not see any of that. You'll not see the water. You'll probably just see the little sign over there, which is the VIN plate. So I just need to drill the holes before I paint it as well. I've put some tape in there. I don't want any Raptor getting in there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get this clip off. I was thinking I might as well take this off. It's just going to get in the way. And I'll just base and clear that, because I've got to cut some of it off anyway, because that thing doesn't stick into the original. So this is Heritage, and the length of that doesn't go in the original bonnet hole. I might show you in a minute, but I've just got to prep that now. So I've just masked it up, and if you notice, I don't need to use newspaper anymore. Buying that sheet in, it'll save me on silly newspapers. So the bonnet's masked up now. I'm just going to prep it. So I'm going to just prep it with one of those. So it's Mercury and it's a P500. Little flatting thing. It'd be nice that to just flat down, and then I'll show you what else I'll rub it down with. So I normally use something like this. It's nice and coarse. You can base coat over this stuff, but I wouldn't base anything that's really light. You can base over, like, not you can, but I base over. So what I'm going to tell you is what I do, not what other people do. You know, you'll find other painters, they'll have different preferences. this is what I do, you know, and as long as the job looks like it's supposed to, then I don't think it really matters how you prep it. It's what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so I use these, me personally, I use these day in, day out. If it were a silver car, I wouldn't be using those. I'd use something a bit lighter. But on something like Raptor, these will be perfect. You can use something coarser. I think they do coarser ones like 240s and things like that. But I tend to use these a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run over the bonnet with that and then red scotch it. Right, so I've done that. I finished scuffing it up with that 500 thing. Now I've got red Scotch-Brite, so it's some Mercury again, and we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this rubbed down now. That's rubbed down, so I've just red scotched that. You can't get absolutely everywhere because underneath in there I've tried to get the best I can. So that's ready now. I'm just going to give it a little bit of hoover. Tomorrow I'll give it a blow off. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. This is Saturday, so I'm trying to do it tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon. That's probably took me about 45 minutes. Paint prep, like I've heard many people say, it's so boring, but it's got to be done. I mean, it's going to be boring for you to watch me scotch this down, but I'm going to put it on a really fast, so as it's not going to be long. You'll just see snippets of it, and it's not going to bore the tears off you. So now I've got to get some sort of a lighting in there. I'm just going to hoover this, get some light in there, do the same in there. If you notice there, I've put my mask on. Doing that and all the fumes went right into my throat and I could taste it and it was disgusting. So, highly recommend you put a dust mask on. That was horrible, that. So that's all done now. Now I'm going to go around to the front. So, scotch down. Right, sorry for this area. There's not a lot of light down the bottom of here. So the majority of it's been rubbed down anyway, like the sides. I've just got to do this back bit where I did the other week, and then I've got to drill the holes for my VIM plate. Right, I've got to a stage now where I'm just needs to degrease. I'm tidying the garage out because this Raptor, when I'm spraying it, I'm going to have to be upside down this way and that way because the stuff's going to go absolutely everywhere. So let me just show you what I've done. I might just do a little bit more along this wall behind me because my flag got absolutely covered in it last time. So if you look at it, it got absolutely filthy. And if you don't know what that flag is behind me, that's the Lancashire flag. Okay, so Lancashire, England. Right, so the bonnet's ready. I've blown it off. I'm going to degrease it tomorrow, so I'm going to blow it off again. I'm going to degrease it. I've aimed that light here, down here, so that I've got plenty of light, and to be fair, it doesn't look too bad. In there, you can hardly see anything, so I'm going to have my torch on me while I'm doing it. If you noticed, I've sheeted the wall out, so I put sheeting all over the wall. I've left that one on from before, so that sheeting's all from when I were epoxying. I just want to take it a bit further down there. I've brought a light into here, so I've got a light up there and a light up there, and then I've sheeted the wall out, so I don't want epoxy all over my number plates. I've just got to put some sheeting over there because it'll go absolutely everywhere. So that's ready now, but I've just got to show you what I'm going to have to do, because I've just been down there. What have I done with my torch? What's that there? Right, so when I'm painting in here, obviously I'm going to have to get down because I've got all under there to paint. And then I thought, if I roll around on floor, I can get to this point and I can get all under that front panel. I can get up there. The only thing I need to do is these holes here. I just need to chuck some masking tape in them. So I've masked it all up under here. That's the wheel arch. And up there I need to get right up into there. And all the wheel arch is masked up. All the bed of the car, underneath the car, is masked up with paper. So I can sort of lie like this and get right up into those corners. I can see up into that front panel. So all in these holes where the like the speedo cable comes through, I need to ram some paint, some tape in there because I don't want to get it in there. Okay, so we're good to go. The only thing I need to do is probably do it in the morning. I'm going to charge my battery up. I'm going to drill some holes for the vim plate, and then cover all these rest of these holes up, and we're done. Right, just a quick one. So I've got my Raptor. I've got my hardener. I've got my tub. So there's a line there. Don't know whether you can see it, but there's a line there, so you fill that with a hardener. And then here's my paint, British Racing Green. So when I look at this here, so I've got a pot, I've got a scale, it's wife's, it's a bit broken. I didn't do it, by the way. So I'm going to put 100 mils of colour in there, and then I'm going to put it into there, and then I'm going to put 237 mils of hardener in there, shake it up, put it on my gun, and away we go. I don't really have that much room in here to put the camera, so I'm going to try my best to get the camera on it. Now my camera is full of cling film, so the quality might not be as good, but I'm not really bothered about that. All we're bothered about is watching. Come on. So putting the paint on. So I'm going to sort of set the camera up in the corner, and away we go. Let's go for it. Right, I'm going to make this pretty quick because it absolutely stinks in here. I can feel it coming out. I can feel it in my mouth and everything. So I'm just going to give you a quick twizz around. That was really difficult trying to get the gun's like that big. Trying to get that in the back of the boot. Whew. So I think I've got everywhere. I just use the torch, and sort of shone through in every coat, because as soon as you start spraying, the overspray just takes over, and it's like painting in the dark. So let me show you what I've got up to. So the boot. Oh. Let me just take this cellophane off. Cling film. So let's have a look at it. So back of the bonnet. To me, that'll be perfect, that. I know it's not shiny, but that'll be perfect. And then here, can you see how dark that is? So just imagine trying to paint like that. So that has got absolutely everywhere. And now even when I'm putting the tank in, if I hit the paint, it's not going to do anything. But look at all the paint up the wall, so it came everywhere. It's all over the roof of the car. And yesterday when I said I was masking this out a bit more, look at it all. It's everywhere. So I'm really happy with that. And the engine bay, it just looks so dark because it's really dark colour, British Racing Green, so it'll look really dark. So I know that when I paint the car, the colour of the Raptor and the colour of the car may be a different shade, even though I'll probably use the same, well, I'll be using the same paint, because when you if you've got a really dark colour, you'll want a really dark grey shade. So with British Racing Green recommends black. So I'll be, when I've done all my repairs, I'll be high building the whole car black, then I'll be base and clearing on black. So I'll probably just need one coat and a control coat, and I won't need any more of that because you'll save on base coat. So if you've got like a really dark colour and you're painting over a light grey shade, say like a really light grey, it'll take you maybe 2, 3, 4 coats, whereas over black it'll just be one coat and a control coat, and you'll be covered. I'll guarantee it. So what I'm on with now is I'm doing inside the car next. So I'm going to where the cross member is and the bins, I'm going to mask those up. I'm going to mask up the air posts, and I'm going to Raptor the whole bulkhead all the way through the floor, all the way onto the back seat, up onto the parcel shelf. And then when that's dry, I'll just base and clear the cross member and the bins and the air posts and that, and around the window frame, because I want those to look shiny. So that's my next job. So let's just have one more look. So we've got everywhere in there, and getting up into there were unreal. Getting up in there, yeah, and look at it all over walls. So I'm glad I did sheet it up, because it would have been all over everything. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one where I'll be doing inside the car. Cheers.